All right, we're on to the YouTube side of my AMA. So, Toto Bennington, hype for Girls' Last Tour reaction. Every episode is just full of, how should I call it, greatness. Not sure. I agree 100%. I loved it. Great show. Not a question, but you know what? Great show. Okay, here we go. Oscar or Ray? I've answered that. Ramiel. And, depends on my viewpoint, of how I'm watching it at the time. Homura did nothing wrong, true or false? Truth. Homura did nothing wrong. I can argue it all day long. Who is the best in Monogatari and why is it Shinji Because Crab is awesome. Shinji Kihara, though, I have loved her since the first episode. And every time she's on screen, it just solidifies how much more I love her. She's a great character. Seriously, great character. All right. I'm always entertaining your your anime live reaction. Now I'm most looking forward to updating the reaction of Black Lagoon, which is coming. I'll be releasing all Black Lagoon here over the next few days. By the way, have I ever watched Gungrave? I did at one point, but I cannot remember it well enough at this point. So I don't know if I even have it marked on my my MAL. But yeah, I watched it definitely a long time ago, but I can't really. It's just like vague. So that means it's time for a rewatch as far as things go. And I know the second I start watching it, everything's just going to come right back to me. Conky Dong asked me, my favorite Monogatari arc. Cheating, the Sadachi trilogy. I loved it, Basically the whole first half of Over Monogatari, Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Best Joe bro? Joseph. I love him. He's great. His trolling was just freaking fantastic. Best anime film. I'm gonna have to go with my favorite, which is, Neo Genesis Evangelion. I'm sorry, the end of Evangelion is just freaking, amazing to me. People who don't like Evangelion, I'm sure you're like, man, he's just hung up on it. And yeah, I am. But without going with Evangelion, I really, really love Madoka Rebellion. I absolutely love that film. If we're gonna go a standalone film, then I'm probably gonna go with like a classic, like Akira. Boring but classic. It's not really boring, but that a lot of people are like, oh, that's the best anime film of all time, and it's just subjective as far as things go. That was it has a whole lot of nostalgia value for me, a whole lot of nostalgia value. Zofia, I hope I said that right. Hi, first of all, I'm sorry if my grammar is poor. English isn't my first language. Don't worry about it, everyone. All right. If you're from another country and you're taking time out of your day to watch my videos and writing to me in comments and things like that, don't worry about how bad or good your English is. You can write in your own native tongue, and I will use Google Translate to try to communicate with you as best as possible. So just don't be self-conscious with me as far as all that goes. My grammar ain't all that great myself, and I stutter and stammer over all my words, and I constantly get tongue-tied. In fact, I make so many cuts because when I'm doing videos like this because I'm constantly tripping up my words when I'm trying to talk to you guys. But as for the question, I love your reactions and Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club. Are you planning to make more Let's Play videos? If the answer is yes, what games would you like to play? Yes, I am planning on more Let's Plays. That's one of the content styles I'll be adding to my channel. One of my subscribers was kind enough to buy me Danganronpa for Christmas this year, and I will be playing that as a Let's Play. Will it only be visual novels or maybe some other types of games? I know you don't have a very powerful computer, so more demanding games are out of the question, but things like Moon, One Shot, or Undertale. Yes, I am planning on Undertale as well. My friend John has been begging me to do Undertale. He told me he'd buy me a copy of it just to watch me play it, so I will be doing Undertale as well. As far as my computer goes, I'm doing a full upgrade again, starting in sometime beginning of next year, so probably in January or February. I'll be doing a rebuild, putting a better graphics card in here, upgrading my RAM. A few other things, just trying to get this thing game ready as far as I can. When I built it, I didn't really have gaming in mind. I have the PlayStation 4 for that for the most part, but it's something I've been wanting to do, and something I'm gonna get ready to go. I know that your channel is focused on anime, and you probably wouldn't like to deviate from this time. So I'm perfectly fine with you answering no to my question, and I don't know what your other fans think about the topic. Well, I will probably focus mostly on, more, Japanese, anime-ish games for the time being. If I continue to do more and more Let's Plays, I might bridge off and make another channel just for that. Especially if people start getting kind of upset with my content on that matter. But, I don't think anyone will. There's a pretty good overlap between gaming and anime to begin with. At least in my opinion, there is, So we'll see. I know I really want to play Nier Automata, the Persona game series, things like that. And I don't think any of my subscribers really have an issue with me doing that. But yeah. If you have any suggestions, of games that you want me to play at any point, feel free to leave me comments, about games you want me to play at some point. Ginger Dwarf. Hey, you're an MVP. You're like in every one of my threads, and you're awesome. So anyway, why do you have such supreme taste in quality anime? I don't know. Why do I? Once again, it's subjective. But, just because I've watched a lot of anime over the years. I mean, a lot of anime. My mouse only has like 300 something on it, but that definitely does not reflect the amount I've watched. I just started using my anime list in the past year. But on a serious note, I don't have much to say. Love your reactions. Sorry for spamming your comments as always. And happy holidays. Hey, happy holidays to you as well. And spam the hell out of my comments. I love my comments. Everyone who leaves me a comment, I always read it. I try to answer it if I have the time, and I have good intention of answering them all at the very least. Ehoba, hey, I hope I said that right. Another one of my MVPs who is always there to give me awesome insight into some of the more subtle things I might have missed in a show, pertaining to Japanese culture and things like that, or maybe kanji play words and things like that. I saw some people reacting to The Last Jedi in the same way. They say this is like Evangelion 3.0. What do I think about that? Well, I literally just got back from watching The Last Jedi. That's what I was doing tonight. Instead of reacting to stuff, we got some tickets and took the kids. Let's see. I'm not going to go into my details and my thoughts on it right there, but they say this is like Evangelion 3.0. I guess they're meaning it in a bad way. But personally, I like Evangelion 3.0. I like the direction it took. I know I'm in the minority. I know it, you know. And just because I'm a lifelong Evangelion fan does not make my opinion any better than anyone else's, as far as that goes. But for me, the direction he took and really stripping away everything from Shinji, you know, he broke him. I think he might be more broken now than he was actually in the series at this point from what he's undergone, you know. He had his one bright shining moment of really just deciding what he wanted to do and full assertiveness, and it fucked the world. And he still at least had some hope clinging to it, you know, that he at least saved Rey, and then that was stripped from him. And then he had, you know, maybe we can fix this, go back, we can, you know, fix the world. And he was clinging to that so hard and ended up just making things worse. And, you know, I loved the animation and the music, and I enjoy 3.0. I'm excited for the final one, you know. And I like it more and more each time I watch it. I've watched it probably 6 times now, and each time I watch it, I like it more and more. So, but there was never a point where I didn't like it, you know. It wasn't the direction I expected, but when I watch something, I don't have expectations for what I watch. Or at least I try really hard not to. Especially something like Evangelion. You know, Anno is Anno, and Anno's going to do what Anno's going to do, and I just want to enjoy the ride of whatever he decides to do. Alright, we have a wall of text from Shuvai Dola. Hope I said that right. Any question, huh? Okay then, but don't come to crying to me and beg for mercy after this. Just kidding. Alright, number 1. Do you know Boku no Pico? Have you watched it yet? If not, then try to watch it, because I want to see how long you can endure the madness. Alright, if I ever get 10,000 subscribers, I will watch that. Jesus Christ. Oh, I know it by reputation. So yeah, if I ever get 10,000 subscribers, I will watch it. I'm just going to put a timer on the screen, though. I'm not putting any of that shit on my screen. Oh, I live in a state where, animated form is no different than an actual person. Number 2. What is my top 10 anime of 2017? Alright, I actually already have a list compiled. Because I was kind of planning on making a video. But, you know, edited videos are a pain in the ass for me, because I suck at the editing really badly. And it takes a ridiculous amount of time for me to make those videos. And then it takes me even more ridiculous amount of time to get them through copyright. But this list might change because we still have like 1 episode left of one of the shows. But as of right now, coming in at number 10, Kuzu no Hankai, or Scum's Wish. I loved the animation directing, the characters, the more realistic take on relationships and things like that. And I thought it was just really artistically beautiful in the way it was done. And I enjoyed the catharsis of the characters at the end. I just thought it was outstanding as far as that goes. And the way it kind of, you know, the introspectiveness of the characters. I'm a big fan of things like that. Coming at number 9, Girls' Last Tour. That was just astounding and beautiful and full of despair and sorrow. I just loved it from beginning to end, you know, and the finale just made it even better. I mean, the finale just... I compiled this list before the finale, so this actually might be a little higher on my list, honestly. Coming in at number 8, Yojo Senkai, or the Saga of Tanya the Evil. That was just fucking fun. And Tanya is one of my favorite MCs of the year. I mean, our favorite salary man is awesome. Just awesome. I mean, it's got the violence, it's got the intelligent evil MC. It was just a hell of a lot of fun. And Studio Nut did a good job with their very first show. You know, I know they all came from different studios, but that was a really good, you know, some of the CGI when they like, you know, animated a whole bunch of extra soldiers in the background was kind of meh, but that kind of stuff is probably, I haven't watched the Blu-rays yet, so that, I mean, I assume that kind of stuff is usually kind of fixed up in most Blu-rays. Coming at number 7, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That was just pure fun. I mean, that was comfy and tender, and I loved the dynamic of the characters. Absolutely loved the dynamic of the characters. Kobayashi was amazing, and, you know, the romantic element was cool and all, but what made it happy for me more than anything else was the family element. I mean, this was, you know, their non-traditional family, and it was just really cool the way they did it, you know. Coming in at number 6, Princess Principal, which I thought was a fantastic ride all the way through. I enjoyed all the characters, and I enjoyed the cases. The ending was a little on the side as far as things go. If it's a standalone, if we get a season 2, though, that will just totally boost my opinion of the show even more. Right now, I'm expecting a season 2 for it, considering the Blu-ray sales are fantastic and the figure sales are great, and some of the stuff the director has said on the show, said about the show and things like that. So, you know, that's definitely, you know, staying up there. But, you know, a couple years down the line, if that show, you know, doesn't get a season 2, then my score and opinion of it will probably drop a bit. Coming at number 5, currently, Yuki Yuna's Hero Season 2. And I'm including the Washu Sumi prequel stuff, the first 6 episodes as well. So, you know, the whole thing, you know, the whole Season 2, the Washu Sumiya, the first 6 episodes, then you have the recap, and then you have the Hero chapter, is the second half. Right now, that has just been a wild ride and has subverted my expectations completely for coming into the show. Once again, you shouldn't have expectations going into a show. Oh, it's painful to watch. It's just painful to watch. We got one more episode left, so depending on how the last episode plays out, this could drop or rise. You know, this could get knocked off my list entirely, but as it stands, that's where it's at right now. Coming at number 4, Konosuba Season 2. I love Konosuba. I just do. I love everything about it. I love the humor, the world, the characters, their interactions. It's just freaking awesome for me. I love it. It's just one of the funniest things I've ever seen, man. But, you know, even more than the humor, though, I just love the characters. I want to see more of them, you know. Coming in at number 3, House of Kai no Kuni, Land of the Lustrous. That was just amazing to watch from beginning to end. Everything about it was fantastic. I cannot give enough praise to how well that show did. It's one of the most beautiful things I've seen. Its characters are amazing. The mystery at the core, the symbolism, everything was just perfectly on point, you know. Watching Foe's journey from beginning to end of this season has been fantastic. But it felt like a prologue. It did. It felt like a prologue. So if we don't get a season 2, it might detract my opinion of it, you know, a couple years down the line. But you know, we got the first week sales in. They are looking really good. And we got the manga has been significantly boosted from it. So I do expect we'll get a season 2 announcement here fairly soon. Coming in at number 2, Ower Monogatari Season 2. I doubt that surprises anyone other than people who thought it might be my number 1 choice. I love Monogatari. Monogatari is my second favorite anime. You know, it might even be my first if it's tied with Evangelion. I don't know, but it's just great. I love everything about it, and it was you know, it wasn't the concluding arc, but it felt so good that it could have been the final segment of Monogatari, and I would have been perfectly content with that. Next up is Made in Abyss. I'm hesitant with my 10s, especially with new shows and things like that. So I gave it a 9 when I watched it. But the more I rewatched it and watched reactions to it, and then I waited a little bit, and then I watched it again, and then I waited a little bit longer and watched it again. You can see where this is going. I can't. It's a freaking masterpiece in my opinion, from beginning to end. You know, some people thought the middle was kind of boring to them, but I didn't. I was enthralled from beginning to end, loving every bit of that world and this characters, and they're delving deeper into the abyss. I mean, you know, Dora the Explorer goes on a one-way suicide trip into Uncle Lovecraft's fun time murder hole. Pretty much sums up that show. I'm going to give honorable mentions, though, to the Ancient Magus Bride OVA film, or 3-part series, whatever you want to call it. That was just freaking phenomenal, you know. And then, of course, A Silent Voice. That was phenomenal as well, in my opinion. So, yeah, 2017 has been a really good year for anime for me. You know, there's been a lot of really good stuff. I think I've given more 9s this season than I have in a long time. You know, more 8s and 9s as far as, you know, this has been a really good year. Five favorite female characters of 2017. Yumiko from Kakegurui. Riko, Made in Abyss. These are just off the top of my head. Anji, Princess Principal. Megane from Recreators. And Kobayashi from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I avoided Monogatari stuff, and I avoided sequels like Konosuba because I feel like that would be kind of cheating, you know, since they weren't introduced in 2017. Who are my 5 favorite male characters of 2017? Okay. This will be harder because I didn't really watch a whole lot of action anime this year. So I'm trying to so it's going to be hard for me to think of some male MCs or favorite male characters. We're going to go with, I really like Stain, Hero Killer Stain. I thought he was great. We've got Tanya from the saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya counts. Sorry, I think Tanya counts. Akun from Aho Girl. I really liked him. He was freaking... he played a great straight man. Willem from Suka Suka. He was a great MC. I really enjoyed his characterization. Is that 4 or 5? I lost track. Just do one more for the safe side. Let's do Mercenary from Grimoire of Zero. Show was kind of disappointing at the end, but I really did like the interactions between the main character and Zero, and you know, I really did enjoy that a lot. Question number 5. I got an interesting idea, but if it sounds hard or strange, then forget it. How about if you try to make a light novel or manga live reaction? I have actually. I do Gaku Gurashi and School Live. There hasn't been a chapter in a while, so you haven't seen an upload. But yeah, that is something I do. There will be a new chapter translated here real soon, so that'll be coming out. I almost did one for Prison School finale today, but I couldn't. I couldn't wait until I got to my computer to read it, so sorry. I do plan on doing the Voynich Hotel at some point, as well as other, manga readings. So I do plan on adding it to the channel. Light novel, I'm not sure, but, I'd be willing to experiment with it at some point. Question 6. If the god gave you the power to bring one anime manga character to the real world and stay with you till you or that character dies, means that character can get old like a normal human, who would I choose and how would we spend their time together? You know, that's a really hard question. I'm gonna go with the very first thing that pops in my head. Probably because I'm on a big kind of super rewatch kick. But as much as she's annoying, Aqua would be a whole lot of fun to have around. I mean, she would be a shit ton of fun just to sit back, you know, drink beer with, go to bars. It'd just be a lot of fun to hang out and drink beer with Aqua. It'd be great, you know. And, you know, she has good taste in alcohol. Number 7. Have I ever thought about going to Japan, or have I already gone there a long time ago? No, I have not gone to Japan, and yes, I am planning on it. I'm actually planning on a trip next year at some point. I'm not sure when, but my buddy Joey is moving to Japan next year, and he wants me to come visit him next year after he gets settled in, and I said yeah, so I'm kind of trying to save up for that a little bit. I want to stay at least 2 weeks, so I, you know, spend a bunch of days with him where he's at, and then visit, you know, try to visit all kinds of cool places, do all kinds of fun things. So, yeah, I'm definitely planning on going to Japan next year at some point. Question 8, alcohol or tea or coffee? I can only have one. I'm going to go with coffee. I need it to survive. My name may be the Drunken Otaku, but I could be called the Caffeinated Otaku as well, because I need coffee. Number 9, do you know Gundam? Have you ever tried to watch it? If yes, what is my favorite Gundam series? Yes, I have watched a lot of Gundam. I haven't watched a lot of the more recent Gundam, but the Universal Timeline stuff, absolutely watched the hell out of that. You know, the early, you know, original Mobile Suit, how they redid the films, Charged Counter-Strike, you know. But my favorite, honestly, I think is Ninth MS Team. It's been a long time since I rewatched it, but I really enjoyed that one. Like, really enjoyed it. But yeah, I love Gundam. 10. Have you ever tried to consider to make live reaction to an older anime from like the 60s or from the 60 to 79? I have not done it yet, but I'm completely open to doing so. You know, completely open to reacting to older anime. If you could choose one supernatural power, what kind of power do I want? Whew. If you can choose one supernatural power, what kind of power do you want? Honestly, I'd like to fly. It's simple. It's easy, you know. Flying would be fun, and I wouldn't get too much trouble with it, you know. Some other ones I'd probably end up getting in trouble with, but that one, not so much. I'm not going to get in trouble with that one. Maybe from air traffic control. That'd be about it. If someone makes a tank versus tank sport like what happens in Girls on Panzer, will you try to join that sport? The tank will use normal gun like a 77mm or 76.2mm, 88mm, and other large caliber guns. The munition is not paint round, but training round. No. You know, I would not join the sport. I'm a big, fat guy. Not going to be getting in tanks very easily or moving around in them. But I will absolutely watch that sport. Absolutely go watch that sport and support my local team. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm too big to be playing in a tank, I think. I could be wrong. I've never been in a tank, actually. Maybe I'll be able to maneuver just fine. What is your local time zone? Mine is UTC plus 700. UTC minus 600. Last time I checked. Okay, I think that's all. Also put subtitles on the answer video so I won't mishear anything. All right, I'll see if I can set that up for you. I'll see if I can do that. It won't let me show it. But Megamine asks, what's your favorite anime and characters in this year? I've went over that pretty thoroughly already at this point. What anime meme do you like the most? I am a huge fan of Evangelion shitposting. Yeah. So yeah, I love anime. I love all anime memes, man. So if you have great anime memes, send it to me on Twitter, but or my Discord server. But I am a huge fan of Evangelion shitposting. Sorry if my English is bad. By the way, your channel is great. Thumbs up. Well, thank you very much. And like I said before, don't worry about your English. I just appreciate you watching my videos and just appreciate you leaving a comment for me. I don't mind. And your English is fine, by the way, but I don't mind. Don't be self-conscious about your English. All right, so that concludes the Twitter side and the YouTube side of my AMA. I still have like 100 questions to go through my Discord. It's 1:30 in the morning. I didn't get anything else done. So we're going to pause here, and I'll do the other one as another part for my Discord. I appreciate all your comments. For those of you who have taken the time to actually watch this entire thing, thank you so much. There's not much I can give you guys. I'm a broke bitch, but, I appreciate all your support. I appreciate your dedication to my channel and the comments you leave. I appreciate, each and every one of you who watch my videos. I really do. You guys are the reason why I even bother making videos at all. Had no one been subscribing to my channel or watching my reactions, I probably would have stopped. But people did, and they enjoyed them, so I'm going to keep going with it. Like I said, and I don't use the word lightly, but I love every one of you. I really do. I truly am dumbfounded at how awesome you guys are. And I'm getting all sappy, I know, but thank you. I truly, truly appreciate you. Just want you to know that. All right. So I hope you guys have a great night, and part 2 will be out tomorrow. Hey everyone, this is the part of the video in which I shill for myself. I put it at the very end so you can easily skip it if you don't want to watch. All relevant links are in the description below. If you feel like supporting this channel, the best thing you can ever do is hit like and subscribe. But if you feel like taking it a step further, feel free to either follow me on my Twitter or join my Discord server. If you want to go plus ultra, I have a Patreon setup. If there's a show you want to see me react to that you don't think will ever win one of my polls, this is a great option. Finally, if you're planning on purchasing anything from RightStuf or J-List, I have links in my description that will kick back a bit of your purchase my way. And as always, I hope you have a great day.